And sometimes you see, there is misunderstanding. Practice of love and compassion or altruism means forget yourself. This is totally wrong. So we should be sensible, selfish. Sometimes we use, I use the wise selfish is much better than foolish selfish.
I think it's very surprising for the leader of one single religious community to suggest a set of values that are not based upon his own religious beliefs, but have a broader basis and are aimed for the secular society. So it's something like a bridge, I understand it as a bridge towards secular society that he realizes, especially in the West, is getting stronger and stronger. And I think this is a very interesting step in order to get out of the cultural and religious ghettos when we talk about morals and ethics.
We need some way to educate. These are ethics, not saying, you say, oh, if you practice ethics, God will help you. Not that way. If you practice ethics, your physical will be healthier, your relation with your family members happier, and your community will be happier.
I think that despite all of the negative effects that we have seen, there is perhaps somewhat of a positive effect of the 2008 crisis. We're seeing some of the inner values becoming the pattern of our investment criteria.
Your decisions and the important decisions you make in business can have a huge global, social, ethical impact. And we should never forget in business that the work we do is entirely linked to our wider society. We have a very important moral role to be responsible in the way that we take those decisions and conduct our business, and we should never forget that.
The person only think about economy, only economy, the lack of holistic view. So we need the holistic view teach us. You have to think more wider perspective. Everything, the reality, interrelated, interdependent.
One of the key takeaways for me over the last few years has been this concept of compartmentalization, where you can be a strong religious believer or you could have strong secular ethics yourself. But when you get to work and you're working in the financial industry, that sits on the side. I'm here to do a job, I'm here to make as much money as I can, and then when I go home, I can apply those ethics again. But for that period of the day that you're at work, that's not at play. And that kind of compartmentalization, I think, had quite a significant impact, especially for my generation, the younger players in the market who were very keen to get out there and make money. It was very easy and acceptable to leave those ethics behind when you were heading to work.
I think what today reminded us is that we now live in a globalized world where, and we have to figure out ways to coexist. And this will require an earnest discussion about where we are, who we are, what do we stand for, and how do we go forward. And in this discussion, those who have strong ethical principles, I think, are going to contribute tremendously to this conversation and are really going to help us ensure that we get it right.
Sometimes you see, there is misunderstanding. Practice of love and compassion or altruism means forget yourself. This is totally wrong. So we should be sensible, selfish. Sometimes we use, I use the wise selfish is much better than foolish selfish.
If you take the Dalai Lama's perspective today of everything needs to start with self. It needs to come from this warm-heartedness and your own ambitions to serve others. That really needs to be the starting point with everything that you do in life. That from that position, we can take a step forward, whether it's with helping others or whether it's at work every day. So no matter what you are doing with your time, if you are applying that framework to everything that you're doing, I think that would be a significant step forward.
Oh, I'm something special. Nonsense. We are the same human being. So that's why you see we come together here.
There is an important challenge coming up to bring issues like compassion and love and mutual respect more into education and also into the workplace. And he's shown us today that that is possible, and really only very small adjustments are necessary in the way that we conduct ourselves and conduct business to achieve that. So incredibly inspiring, and we have a job of work to do, but I think we're all ready to take that challenge.
At this point, I can say, you see, according to my own experience, my life is not easy, difficult, a lot of problem. But my mind quite relaxed. Relaxed does not mean I'm indifferent. So fully sort of involved, yet mind calm.
I am often focused on outcomes, being quite ambitious and quite driven, constantly looking for how do I achieve this next step that we're going for? What do I need to do? How do I need to get there? Whereas it was very refreshing to hear from the Dalai Lama saying he's spent his entire life trying to fight for such a significant cause, but remains calm, remains focused. And it is all about, from his perspective, if we start from within. And the first and most important step is showing that we care and getting that warm-heartedness at the core of what we do.
So actually taking care of others is the source of your own happiness. Taking care of your own sort of ultimate source of your own happiness, your own successful life. So that's I usually call wise selfish. Ultimate interest is your own interest, but for your own interest, the best way is taking care of others.